I just start out with Rick. Where were you born? Where were you born and raised?
Auburn.
Auburn. With your mom and dad, or who raised you?
With my mom.
Tell me about your home life. What was that like?
Your average home life.
Yeah.
Alcoholic parents.
So you were raised with your mom.
Well, yeah, I have my mom and stepdad.
Oh, stepdad. And your real dad?
I've never met my real
Oh,
dad.
you never met him.
My daughter has.
What's that?
My daughter has, because of the
interesting.
internet. She tracked him down and found him.
So he's still living.
Yeah, she called me about a year ago and told me, I'm going to meet your dad. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a brother and sister I didn't know about.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll get to that.
Yeah, that's...
Well, tell me about your home life with your mom and stepdad. What were you doing in high school?
I boxed, Golden
really?
Gloves.
Interesting.
That was pretty much it. I lived out in the woods. I chopped firewood.
What'd you do for fun out in the woods?
I chopped firewood.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's all we did. We hunted. I hunted and everything.
Do you have siblings?
Huh?
Do you have siblings?
I have 5 kids.
But you got 5 kids.
Oh, I have 4 brothers.
4 brothers, and then you.
3 brothers than me, sorry.
Where were you in the lineup?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest. So when you got all boys.
Yeah.
Well, you guys.
All 4 years apart.
You guys must have been raised hell in Auburn in the woods.
We were, yeah. We were bad. No, not really. I was always been a middle of the road, take one lick off of the lollipop of mediocrity and suck on it for the rest of your life, you know.
All right.
I don't like to get in trouble, you know.
Huh?
But I had 5 kids, so I just worked.
Oh,
you know?
gotcha. Well,
I've worked here my whole life.
so grew up in Auburn.
Yeah.
And then moved to Seattle, or what?
Well, I worked between Olympia and Anacortes.
What? Doing what?
I'm a composite specialist. I work on repair yachts.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, when they go up on the rocks or whatever.
What got you into that?
I like boats. So, when I was a kid, I went to unlimited hydroplane race in Lake Washington.
Yeah.
And told my uncle, I go, that's what I'll do. So when I got old enough, I started racing with Winston Eagle.
Oh, nice.
And Smoking Joe Camel. I done that for 4 years.
What, so you raced?
I was on the
boats?
pit crew.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
I got the job.
Nice, man. Sounds
But it was
fun.
pretty good. It was fun, but it was too much work. I was never home. Kids started calling me Rick. So I quit that job.
They started calling you Rick. That's what I call you.
Right. Because I was never home.
Okay.
You know, the Big Brothers Foundation,
Uh-huh.
they were all contacting Big Brothers.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I was just always at work.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know,
Gotcha.
how you raised. You know?
Yeah. Well, tell me about. You said you have 5 kids.
Yeah.
Tell me about. Or did you ever marry somebody, or like?
I got married when I was young.
Yeah.
Had my kids early. I adopted 3.
Oh, nice.
They're all grown-ups now,
Yeah.
semi-successful.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of them were real successful.
Yeah.
But now they just watch their dad on YouTube videos.
Are they you in contact with you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, after you did the boat thing, you just kept working, doing other jobs here and there?
Yeah, I worked in Ballard for the last 10 years. Then I'm a professional diver, so I dive for sea urchins out at Friday Harbor. We got a dive boat out there, then we got another dive boat in Olympia, and we dive for
Gotcha.
gooey ducks. Just I'm starting to get old. I just got out of hernia surgery, and now just trying to get better, you know,
Yeah.
and survive on the streets. Well, whatever they decide they're doing, they do.
Yeah. Well, what was that transition for you? Like, you were housed at one time,
I've owned every house I've ever lived in.
and then how did that happen when you?
I just thought it was God teaching me or showing me a different side of the coin.
Interesting.
You know, I didn't know what it was like to be homeless. I was one of those yuppie guys that drove around on his bicycle and yelled at people that drove cars, because I rode my bike to work.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, but I think I protect a lot of people out here. There's a lot of people out here that need somebody out here like me. I don't even like to say that, but it's true, you know. The fentanyl is killing people, ridiculous amount of people already. I know over 10 people that I personally knew, and 3 of them I brought back, you know, so.
And the rest?
They're all dead.
They're all dead.
Yeah. So, and 2 died since I've only been back here in Seattle for 2 months, 3 months, and already 2 people that were hanging out at our camp are dead from fentanyl. That you wouldn't take. Then they didn't even do fentanyl. They thought they were doing something else because it looks just like crystal or ice or something, whatever that one is, and it looks the same. And they hit it, and bam, right away.
And then that's it.
Yeah, I know. Like Tracy just died 2 weeks ago. He'd never done any hard drugs. You know, all he did is speed. You know, so but for him to die of it really gave me anxiety. You know, it's just, you know, it seems like don't ever pray for the truth.
What does that mean?
Don't ever pray for the truth, because you'll get it.
Well, I want to know the truth.
Okay, then pray to your Creator. Say, I just want to know the truth about everything. God, please enlighten me on the truth.
I don't know.
And the first thing He'll say to you is, "You can't handle the truth," which is true. And the truth is a terrifying thing. If you find out how evil, the more you delve into it, and you think, wow, it can't get any worse than that, then it is. And then you think, well, it can't get any worse than that, and it does. And it goes all the way to the top. And I was going to get in local government here, and I couldn't quit laughing at everybody that I was running against. It was like I'm in Clownland or something. You know, nobody plays by the rules. Everybody's cutting everybody else's throat. I'd like to see the budget on how much they spend on their homeless crisis that is self-created by idiots, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's complex.
Because it's all my tax dollars too. You know? I pay taxes just like everybody else.
Yeah, interesting. Are you still working?
I haven't even got my what's that incentive thing, because it disgusts me. It disgusts me to get that free money from the government for a fake fucking disease. Excuse my French.
Oh, interesting.
It's a fake. It's made up bullshit, just like the mask. Well, I said, wait a minute. The mask doesn't protect you. Well, we had to wear it anyway.
So, just so I hear you correctly, you think COVID was made up?
Oh yes, yeah,
And it doesn't
100%.
Really
when God creates one, we'll die in droves.
Yeah.
It'll be, you know, he doesn't play around.
No, yeah, he had those plays.
And he doesn't feel the same about life and death as we do either.
Yeah, that's true too.
I like to call us invasion of the body snatchers.
I've seen that. Yeah.
That's what we all are.
Well, sorry.
You know, you can tell which ones are on our side by the way they stand and their hairstyle.
Their hairstyle. How am I looking?
Yeah, you're getting there. You got to be unique. You got to attract his attention. But once you get his attention, and they'll never leave you alone.
Yeah.
You didn't think about that, did you?
Muffler.
When you're setting up right next to the road? I'm surprised the dragster hasn't went by.
That's all part of it, man. Well, tell me, how long have you been unhoused?
2 years.
Okay, not very long.
2 years, yeah. Well,
I mean, that is long.
Right, especially in the wintertime.
I don't mean it like that. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I don't mean it like that.
And just like I said, They asked me today if I wanted housing. I said,
Really?
absolutely, I can get a house anytime I want. As soon as you get all these people taken care of. There's women out here. We don't have a drug program. I told the guy today that there's 2 people right here that are not only a danger to themselves, they're a danger to the public. You know what he told me? Yeah, it's a shame. It's your job. I mean, I was trying to maybe get is there some kind of official we could talk to before they hurt themselves or somebody else? You know, they're delusional and crazy.
Oh wow.
And running out in traffic and screaming and yelling and throwing things, and then I don't understand the philosophy, but
They didn't get help.
He's still down there. I help him. I'm the one that pumps on their chest when they OD. And
Yeah. Well, tell me about James the other day, who I talked to before.
That's your classic person that don't think he's ever gonna die because he's a big tough guy. But he went out, and I was two puffs, and I looked at him when he took it. Like, whoa, you're
A fentanyl.
Yeah,
right?
fentanyl, and because I don't do it, but I know how strong it is. And he took hits, puffs like if you were smoking crank or something. And the second one, I thought, wow, he's okay, So I got up and I was painting, and I just turned back to check on him again, and his face down into his painting. And we took us at least a minute to bring him back because we didn't have any Narcan.
And you told me you were doing CPR on him.
Yeah, we had it.
Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Yeah, he was blue.
He was blue.
Yeah, he was blue. And that's what I was trying to explain to him the next day when he came over doing fentanyl. Like I said, if you knew how bad you looked, you wouldn't be smoking that right now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I saw him afterward, and he told me, "Yeah, man, I died, and for 3 minutes I was out, and I started seeing these lights, and that's addiction."
Yeah.
That's
after a minute, I didn't think I didn't think he's coming back.
Yeah.
And we kept rolling him on his side, making sure his airway was clear, and then we'd give him 5 quick hits, and then I'd blow.
Yeah.
And I was doing it with Mike, and it was almost like we were training. That's how many people we've seen it done to now. Yeah,
We're
all professionals. We were the team.
Yeah.
When we got done and the ambulance got there, they immediately Narcaned him because he was still. We didn't get a response. Well, we got him to snore. So that's the response. He's breathing,
that's right.
And his color came back.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I hate that drug. I hate the tracks to where it comes from because it just comes from our government. And then what do? Kill them all?
Yeah.
Violent revolution?
Let's shift a little bit. You're in contact with your kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they know you're out here?
Yeah. My daughter owns blush salons in Everett.
Are you a grandfather?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations. How many grandkids do you
I
have?
have one.
One grandkid.
My youngest daughter.
From your youngest daughter?
Yeah. So, by my oldest, I don't think she's too mean to have kids. She's 39.
She's too mean.
She's the oldest. And my kids were 8 years apart.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So she was always the oldest.
Yeah.
A lot older than everybody else in the family.
Yeah.
So that's and she likes that role.
Yeah,
I'm the boss.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So you've been out here 2 years. Is there anything, Rick, that you want to say to the people of Seattle?
There's only a handful of crazy people. I'd say 70% are just people trying to get back on their feet, and maybe do have a drug problem or don't. I don't care, but it seems to get worse. The more you don't talk to somebody, the crazier they get. And I've noticed that. I've had people that nobody's talked to in a year or 6 months, and walk up to them, start talking to them, and have them just thank me for talking to them, acknowledging they exist. You can't treat everybody like a piece of shit all the time. I get angry about that kind of stuff.
Why? Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of the people I'm friends with, but you know, what do you do? Mike gets mad at me all the time. Why do you let everybody come up to your camp? What are you supposed to do? If they can't go here, they can't go here, they can't go here. Well, at least they can come sit on a piece of fucking grass next to me. I'm not gonna, you know.
Yeah. Real quick, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the sweeps. You know, I saw you over by the tracks.
Yeah, no warning.
Tell me about that. When did that happen?
At about 1 o'clock.
Today?
Yeah.
What happened? Tell me this.
They came and said we had an hour to get ready to get everything out. What we wanted, because they're throwing everything away.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And
And they got 2 cops and a wrecking crew. But I beat them to the punch. I cleaned all the garbage up on the whole alley before they got there, just so they couldn't say they cleaned up a really bad mess and take a bunch of pictures even though you got people throwing garbage all over, because there's that one crazy guy who can make 20 people look bad. That's why they put him out there, I think. You know, or let him stay out there. You got guys out here pulling guns on people every day, and I know how dangerous they are. Over a bicycle.
Like unhoused people pulling guns on each other?
Yeah.
Over bicycles?
Stealing a bicycle. Because he needs a hit.
Yeah.
Because he knows he can go sell the bike or trade it for some dope.
Yeah.
I don't know what that addiction is like.
Yeah.
Thank God, but I don't want to experiment anymore. I'm getting too old.
Yeah. Well, what did you experiment? Did you have like
I never experimented. I always done I just smoke weed.
Yeah.
It's my drug of choice. Depends on who my friends are.
Yeah.
I've had friends that drank, had friends that just smoked weed, had friends that done cocaine back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, but it was never like some of these. I see quite a few young people that have made it out of here. There's one of them that's got a cooking show on YouTube. He got a job as a chef, you know, and quit doing right before the fentanyl came in strong. You notice how they set everybody up with the pills? They got the pills. They flooded the whole system with fetty, the pills. Well, that's a measured dose. Well, then all of a sudden they throw out the fetty, an unmeasured dose, and these guys are smoking it on foil in the dark with a Bic lighter. You can't really, that's why James died. He took 2 big old huge hits, went over his RPM limit, and
that was it.
Killed him.
Yeah.
And you know what I think it does? I think they forget to breathe. I just think the body forgets to breathe.
Yeah, it doesn't connect.
Yeah, it's not connecting, because when we finally got him, when he got him stormed, his color came right back.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like, and I mean, he hadn't been out for more than 30 seconds when we flipped him over and started working on him. We were pretty quick, you know.
Yeah.
But because I just wanted to get mainly the heart palpitations, because there's enough blood and oxygen in your blood to keep your brain alive.
Yeah, that's
without having to blow,
Yeah.
you know. So that's always a fun fact. you don't know. See, I went without air for 10 minutes over a tooth. No, I'll tell you when we're not.
Okay, well, no,
but yeah,
it's up to you. Well, Rick, thanks for your time, man.
All right.
I appreciate it. It's good to get to
save the whales.
And get to know you a little bit
Next
more.
year, this time, you got to interview me from after I sank my first whaling ship.
Sank?
Sank.
You have a crusade to sink?
Yes. I'm going to stop whaling in 1 year.
What's that?
And I started that a month ago, so I only got 11 months left. I bought a boat. I got 2 torpedoes, and I got 2 torpedoes, and I'm trying to figure out how to get a bunch of underwater mines. It's all legal. I'm doing it in the Antarctic Ocean, and you're not supposed to whale there. So if they shoot a whale in front of me, and I got 2 torpedoes, they might hit their ship. Just saying.
Where do you come upon torpedoes nowadays?
Third world countries. You'd be surprised how many people don't like the United States. You know, if we saved the
not
whales,
surprise
if
me,
we
does
used
it?
our Navy to save the whales, people might start looking at us in a better light.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Well, all the best to you in there.
Thank you.
And all that stuff.
And if you need a job, you can be a machine gunner on my boat.